Do you want to say hi? Say hi. We're going to go make bone broth. Well, first I'm going to snuggle with you. First I'm going to snuggle with this little baby doll. And then we are going to go make some bone broth. Oh, you want to share how you hold hands? Yeah. So sweet. I love him to pieces. If you want to see more of my piggy videos, they're all over the place. That's what we do here at This Simple Life, isn't it? Look at that face. Oh, I love you. So sweet. Sweet little boy. Are you ready to go make bone broth with me? We're not going to make it of you. We're going to make it in the Instant Pot with the cow bones. Okay, so if you're looking to make bone broth like these two little bottles are right here, these jars are from the same batch. I made them in my last batch, and they are super gelatinous, and you can see the fat is at the top. And this is like the third jar that I had poured out from the recipe, and that's how much fat is left on this one. So I'm gonna move it here and move this here, and let's get started on our bone broth. Instant Pot style. And if you have watched any of my videos on how I roast my bones, I roast my grass-run, it's grass-run farms, yeah, grass-run farms bones, beef grass bones, like grass-finished, grass-fed, all that good stuff. And every day I roast about 3 or 4 of them. I put them in a bag, which I'll share with you here in a second, but these are from today. And I'm just gonna put them at the bottom of my Instant Pot. And then when we do the Instant Pot part, I'll go ahead and just, you know, with the phone. Okay, but here's what the bag of bones looks like right here. And I am not one, like, I'm not a big chicken bone, like, a chicken person or whatever. This is usually just what I put inside my bone broth, because people ask all the time, like, what do you put in it? Super simple. This is super simple. Let me share with you now how we put the bones in. So we are at the bottom of the Instant Pot. I'm legit holding my phone, so that'll tell you this is not that hard. My piggy is not helping me right now. He decided to go hang out with his brothers. His brother, and then my other piggies, you know, it's fun. But the cool part about these bones is I feel like they're repurposed so many different ways, because if you see the meat that's left on there after roasting, when you do this, oh my gosh, you guys, the meat falls right off the bone. And since I am going through it when it comes to teeth, I can't chew steak or any of that good stuff right now. And I won't be able to for a long time. So this is one of my favorite ways to get some delicious meat in. There we go. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And now we're gonna add to it these 2 bottles of Topo Chico. Let's go. People ask me all the time, what do you do to your bone broth? And you're watching it right now. Legit, this is what we do. This is how we do it. All right. And we're going to pour it over the bones. We love the bubbles. All right, there's uno. I met a Topo Chico lady at one of the Fit Cons. So cool. Fit Expo. And this is not obviously going to be enough to fill to cover the bones completely. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put some water out of my water machine to cover the bones, and then we're gonna meet you over in the Instant Pot. And here she is after we added the water, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my Instant Pot lid and go like this, and come on down. You are the next contestant on the pressure cook. 351 on high, and what I like to do then is have the keep warm option on. So it's going to pressure cook for 3 hours and 51 minutes. I'm going to let it go the whole keep warm cycle, and then tomorrow morning you get to see some of the most magical meat, and then we'll strain it and make bone broth. Easy peasy in the simple life. Happy TGIF! It is that time where we are going to go ahead and expose the bone broth. Now, I will say we did pressure cooker yesterday for 3 hours and 51 minutes. Went through one keep warm cycle, and this morning I was too lazy to film this, so I just pressed the keep warm again. But now it's time. Now it is time. So here's the thing I'm going to tell you before we reveal what's inside. If you're hungry, like, think about this. This is a really good idea. Try to wait. See that? Yeah, this is coming in handy. All right, try to wait until you're starving before you do this part. Just like as just a little bit of advice, because here's the ticket here. Let's open her up. Wowzos, look at those boners. Oh my goodness gracious. And I'm the only one in the house that like eats this way. So do you see this? Do you see this right here? Can we just have a moment of silence? I know that's what you guys ask for all the time when I make my videos. However, I'm a rambler, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, check this out. For somebody in my position right now, which, you guys, I am in the process of getting 10 dental implants put in after having some fail last year. And so I actually just had 3 more inserted a couple weeks ago, and then I had to have an emergency like little bone surgery on Monday. So needless to say, I'm not chomping on ribeyes right now, and this meat that comes off these bones is like so freaking incredible. It's really soft, it melts in your mouth, and I am a gambling girl. If you all didn't know that, please go watch my poker playing. Please, because it's fun. Yeah, I am a gambling girl. However, I will bet my bottom dollar here that this collagen and fat and all the stem cells that I'm so obsessed with bone broth and bone marrow, that's why I eat it every day, you guys. My favorite meal in the freaking world, I know it sounds crazy, is roasted bone marrow and sardines. I cannot tell you what it does to your brain. It just makes you feel like you're like high. And I don't smoke weed or any of that kind of thing because I have COPD. And yeah, that's like seriously one of the best ways to get high is to have bone marrow, roasted bone marrow and sardines together. Don't take my word for it, but if you have tried this, or if you want to try the natural highness from what I just said, yeah, I'm telling you right now that, oh goodness gracious, it just got me in the hand. I'm holding my phone with my other hand right now just to share with you with what's coming up. And what we're gonna do next is I have a little bowl over there ready for this. And like I was saying before, if you're starving, one of the best things you can do is salt this up and just go at it. It's so freaking delicious. So let's go over, and I'm gonna move us over by the refrigerator because we have better lighting, and we're gonna go ahead and take these bones, take the meat off of them, put it in a bowl, and then jar up the broth, and then we're gonna just go around too when it comes to our little boner broth here, and we'll see what the difference is with the second batch and the first batch. All right, here we go. Let's take the meat off the bones. Okay, now they're kind of hot, so don't burn yourself. All right, this guy looks pretty clean, so we're just gonna put him in there. And then this one, okay, let's go ahead and demeat you. Happy to meet you, to meet you. Okay, so, oh, look at that, you guys. This one has a lot. Oh, man, it's kind of hot, but that's all right. That one had a lot on it. Yeah, I was saying before, I bet your bottom dollar that this has more of the collagen and the stem cells, all the good stuff that people want to buy as supplements. This right here is the real deal. Look at that. We have like lots of meat coming off this bone. Like, I buy these bones for like, I don't know, $13 a bag or something like that. And I feel like as much as we get out of it, it's worth the price of admission. Right, that's there. So what do you all like to do for bone broth? Do you do the same kind of maneuver? Because I'm always like looking for cool, you can see it steaming. Like, you don't have to do it when they're this hot, but I wanted to get this filmed before my family got home. They went to the store. And the kids are leaving for school. Bailey's leaving next week because she goes to a state school. And then Bradley goes to UC. So they start in September. So he'll be home for a little bit. I made a video with him yesterday. Do you see that? Look at that. We made a video of us at the Starbucks drive-thru line after we went to go pick up pizza from Domino's. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny video. For some reason, kids love to talk when they're in the car, and that's about it these days. Okay, so we're not done yet, and I can't wait for you to see what's inside here after we're done. Like, bringing the bones out. Because even though I'm getting some of the meat in here, when you see what's left, it's incredible. Like, check this out. When we roast the bones, this is all the extra goodness that is on them. And I'm obsessed. I'm not gonna lie. This is like a multivitamin. I'm just not hungry right now though. So, oh, look at that. You guys, did you see that? I feel like we're like panning for gold and we're winning. We're winning. We are winning. All right, look at that one. That is crazy, isn't it? Okay, so we're almost finished here. I wanted to share with you like what these bones look like before we do our second batch. And I guess that this is, we're almost, is that it? That is it. Okay, that is it. Now, inside the bowl is that. And then here's what our bones look like. And after we put this in the jar and then get the rest of the meat out and I'll put that in the bowl, we're gonna go ahead and put the bones back in, do the same thing we did with the Topo Chico again, and we'll see how she turns out. So yeah, here's what we got inside here. There you go. You can see that there is extra meat and the collagen and all that good stuff that was on the bones, which are right here. And then I have my jars right here, and we're gonna go ahead and jar it up. And I like to use this little guy right here to trap all that kind of stuff. So let's do that. Okay. So here we go with pouring out the bone broth into the jars. I like to take another one right here next to it. I do have my jar on a plate, and I just rest those together. And then we pour our bone broth just like this. It is kind of hot right now, so it's catching a lot of the meat. That's why we have the plate underneath it. And you can see right then and there, get some more of the goodness out. And look at that color of bone broth, you guys. I am like in hog heaven right now. I am. This is amazing. So I'm going to take this little thing right here for the mason jar, seal it on up, and grab this paper towel right here because she's a little bit saucy. You're a little bit saucy. Be careful when holding it, and you can see already this one is going to be a fatty. Oh, yes, she is. So I'm going to put her right there, and then do this again. And I'm going to pour out 2 more jars, and I will be right back. And there you have it. All 3 jars are done, which we got more out of it than I thought. This was uno. This was dos. And then tres here. I need to go get her lid. And you're going to see that your fat caps are going to go from, obviously, the most fat is in the first one. And then it goes down to a little bit at the very end. So you'll see that when it's all refrigerated. I'll pop that at the very, very end. So you can see the fat magic come alive. And this is the meat that we got from the bones. And we have a completely empty Instapot, which I'm going to repurpose those bones again, make another batch of bone broth, and I'll share with you how that turns out in a later video. And I guess you could say this is the end, my friends. And thank you so freaking much for being here with me today. I can't tell you how excited I am to share this information. That I hope that you might have learned something, or it might have helped you, inspired you to get naturally high off of sardines and bone marrow. Who knows? Just let me know down if you actually do that, because that's kind of legitly gangster. Yeah. So there you have it. I'll quit rambling and just wish you the best day ever. Thanks so much for being here with me. If you made it this far in the video, I don't even know what to say. You're leaving me speechless, which is probably a good thing. I love you all so much, and I hope you have a blessed day. Love and light from California, and all of my little piggies, and yeah. Have a blessed day. Later, gators.